Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jaya Pataka Swami Maharaj on January 10th, 2021 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Angulangayategaram Yatithatamanande Sri Gurum Nityanam Paramanandamadavam Sri Chaitanya Ishvara Harihi Om Tat Sat. Compilation of Sri Krishna Chaitanya book.
Compilation of Sri Krishna Chaitanya book. Lord Chaitanya agrees to take one assistant and start for South India.
ভক্তের জন্য প্রভুর কষ্ট স্বীকার, ভক্তের তাহাতে দুঃখ। সেই দুঃখ দেখি যেই ভক্ত দুঃখ পায়, সেই দুঃখ তার শক্তি সহানো না যায়।
The regulative principles observed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were sometimes intolerable, and all the devotees became greatly affected by them. Although strictly observing the regulative principles, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could not tolerate the unhappiness felt by his devotees.
So there was no difficulty for Lord Chaitanya.
So there was no difficulty for Lord Chaitanya
to personally observe strict regulative principles.
To personally observe strict regulative principles.
But because the devotees felt sadness, that was intolerable. For Lord Chaitanya.
For Lord Chaitanya.
গুণদোষোদগার ছলে সবা নিষেধিয়া একাকী ভরিবেন তীর্থ বৈরাগ্য করিয়া।
Therefore, to prevent them from accompanying him and becoming unhappy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declared their good qualities to be false. Purport: the Lord wanted to tour all the places of pilgrimage alone and strictly observe the duties of the renounced order.
স্বতন্ত্র ঈশ্বর প্রভু সসংকল্পে অটল, তবে চারিজন প্রভু মিনতি করিল, স্বতন্ত্র ঈশ্বর প্রভু কভু না মানিল।
Four devotees then humbly insisted that they go with the Lord, but Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being the independent Supreme Personality of Godhead, did not accept their request.
So since Lord Chaitanya is independent Supreme Personality of Godhead,
since Lord Chaitanya is independent Supreme Personality of Godhead,
he can accept or not accept
he can accept
any request.
or not accept any request.
He is fully independent.
He is fully independent.
If he does accept anything,
If he does,
all of his causes mercy.
If he does accept anything, it's all his causeless mercy.
নিতায়ের সর্বশেষ প্রার্থনা, তবে নিত্যানন্দ কহে যে আজ্ঞা তোমার, দুঃখ সুখ যেই হোক কর্তব্য আমার।
Thereupon, Lord Nityananda said, whatever you order is my duty, regardless of whether it results in happiness or unhappiness.
কিন্তু এক নিবেদন করো আরবার, বিচার করিয়া তাহা করো অঙ্গীকার।
Yet, I still submit one petition to you. Please consider it and if you think it proper, please accept it.
কৌপিন বহির্বাস ও জলপাত্র বহিবার জন্য সঙ্গে লোক লইতে পারত না। কৌপিন বহির্বাস আর জলপাত্র আর কিছু নাহি যাবে সবে মাত্র।
You must take with you a loincloth, external clothes, and a water pot. You should take nothing more than this.
প্রভুর সংখ্যা নাম জপ, তোমার দুই হস্তবদ্ধ নাম গণনে, জলপাত্র বহির্বাস বহিবে কেমনে।
Since your two hands will always be engaged in chanting and counting the holy names, how will you be able to carry the water pot and external garments? But from this verse, it's very clear that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was chanting the holy names a fixed number of times daily. The Goswamis used to follow in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Haridas Thakur also followed this principle. Concerning the Goswamis, Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatan Goswami, Srila Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Srila Jiva Goswami, Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, Srinivas Acharya confirms Shankya Purvaka Nama Gana Natibihi Sad Goswami Astaka number 6. In addition to other duties, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced the system of chanting the holy name of the Lord a fixed number of times daily. As confirmed this verse, Tvamara Dvihasta Badanama Ganane, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to count on his fingers. While one hand was engaged in chanting, the other hand kept the number of rounds. This is corroborated in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chandramrita, and also in Srila Rupa Goswami's Tavamala. Bandhan Prema Bara Prakampita Karo Pratin Kati Dora Kahi Shankyatung Nijaloka Mangala Hare Krishneti Namnam Japan. Chaitanya Chandramrita 16. Hare Krishneti Uchai Spurita Rasano Nama Ganana Kritagranti Shreni Shubhaga Kati Sutrojvala Karaha. Pratama Chaitanyastaka 5. Therefore, devotees in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must chant at least 16 rounds daily, and this is the number prescribed by the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Haridas Thakur daily chanted 300,000 names. 16 rounds is about 28,000 names. There is no need to imitate Haridas Thakur or the other Goswamis, but chanting the holy name a fixed number of times daily is essential for every devotee.
So here, the principle is enunciated by Srila Prabhupada.
So here is the principle enunciated by
His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada,
That devotees should chant a fixed number of rounds every day.
that devotees should chant a fixed number of rounds every day.
So Prabhupada established a minimum for the initiated devotees in
Srila Prabhupada established a minimum of rounds for the initiated devotees to chant.
Basically 16 times 108.
Basically 16 times 108.
That's about 75,000 names a day.
That's about 25,000 names a day.
And I was chanting 50,000.
50,000.
32 rounds.
32 rounds.
I thought Prabhupada would be very pleased.
I thought Prabhupada will be very pleased.
But he said, You should chant 16 rounds.
You should chant 16 rounds.
Go and preach.
Go and preach.
If you stay here all day and chant,
If you stay whole day and chant,
who will preach?
who will preach?
So we also heard
So we also heard
from Srila Prabhupada's godbrother,
from Srila Prabhupada's god brother
for those who are doing book distribution
that for those who are doing book distribution
or preaching,
or preaching,
they would chant 16 rounds a day.
they should chant 16 rounds a day.
Those who stayed in the temple
Those who stayed in the temple,
had to chant more.
they have to chant more.
But the Prabhupada established this 16 rounds as a minimum.
But Srila Prabhupada established that 16 round is a minimum
For the initiated devotees.
for the initiated devotees.
For the newcomers,
For the newcomers,
they may chant
they may chant
some number of rounds,
some number of rounds,
but the idea of chanting
but the idea of chanting
a fixed number every day
a fixed number every day
is a special offering,
is a special offering,
a special sacrifice
a special sacrifice
to Lord Krishna.
to Lord Krishna.
Every devotee should try to do that.
So every devotee should try to do that.
প্রেমাবেশে পথে তুমি হবে অচেতন, এসব সামগ্রী তোমার কে করে রক্ষণ।
When along the way you fall unconscious in ecstatic love of Godhead, who will protect your belongings? The water pot, the garments, and so forth.
কৃষ্ণদাস বিপ্রকে সঙ্গে লইতে অনুরোধ। কৃষ্ণদাস নামে সরল ব্রাহ্মণ, হও সঙ্গে করিলহ ধরণী বেদন।
Sri Nityananda Prabhu continued, here is a simple Brahmana named Krishnadas. Please accept him and take him with you. That is my request. Purport. This Krishnadas, known as Kala Krishnadas, is not the Kala Krishnadas mentioned in the 11th chapter, verse 37 of the Adi Lila. The Kala Krishnadas mentioned in the 11th chapter is one of the 12 Gopalas, cowherd boys, who appeared to substantiate the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is known as a great devotee of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. The Brahmana named Kala Krishnadas, who went with Sri Chaitanya to South India and later to Bengal, is mentioned in the Madhya Lila, 10th chapter, verse 62 to 79. One should not take these two to be the same person.
জলপত্র বস্ত্র বহি তোমার সঙ্গে যাবে, যে তোমার ইচ্ছা করো কিছু না বলিবে।
You will carry your water pot and garments. You may do whatever you like. You will not say a word.
Lord Nityananda was very expert
Lord Nityananda was very expert
in knowing what
in knowing what
Lord Chaitanya wanted,
Lord Chaitanya wanted,
and knowing what his problem may be along the way.
Problem may be along the way.
So he suggested taking
a simple Brahmana, Kala Krishnadas.
প্রভুর শিকার, তবে তার বাক্য প্রভু করি অঙ্গীকারে, তাহা সবা লইয়া গেল সার্বভৌম ঘরে।
Accepting the request of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Chaitanya took all his devotees and went to the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Murari Gupta Karcha 13.3. Thereafter, Gaura's face blossomed and his mouth filled with the names of Sri Krishna. His heart filled with love, and he set forth with tremendous energy, moving with the momentum of an elephant. Murari Gupta Karcha 13.14. In this mode, the illustrious son of Sachi, desiring to teach humanity the path of devotion, as received through disciplic succession, went to the ashrama of Kasi Mishra, and with eyes moistened by tears of Krishna Prema, addressed him as follows. Narigupta Pacha 13.15. Your grace is certainly blessed, for you remain here to contemplate the countenance of Purushottama Deva, whereas I, having been tricked by him, must now wander to see all of the Tirthas. Narigupta Pacha 13.16. Hearing this, Kasinath became extremely agitated. He fell like a rod to the earth at Mahaprabhu's feet and loudly cried out. 17. Oh, why has my son not died? Why am I not afflicted by some incurable disease? Oh, why rather am I now to be separated from the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya?
That's all. He was saying separation from Lord Chaitanya.
So he was feeling separation from Lord Chaitanya.
The greatest suffering.
Is the greatest suffering. To be the greatest suffering.
Worse than losing his son.
Worse than losing his son.
Worse than being afflicted by incurable disease.
Worse than being afflicted by an incurable disease.
Lamenting over the foreseen separation from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Lamenting over the
Foreseen.
for
The impending.
foreseeing. Lamenting over Sri Chaitanya, separation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Narigupta Kacha 13.18. Thus, overcome with grief, he rolled to and fro on the ground. Then Sri Gauranga, his heart melting with compassion, comforted him, saying, I shall return, and other words of goodwill. Next, the all-opulent personality of Godhead, who had accepted the role of the Guru of all beings, visited the home of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and begged for permission to depart, expressing his wish to travel to all the Tirthas.
So Lord Chaitanya had
So Lord Chaitanya had
in 18 days
been 18 days
in Jagannath
in Jagannath Puri,
and that time
and at that time
he melted all the hearts of Kasinath Mishra,
he melted all the hearts of
and
Kasinath Mishra, Sarvabhauma,
all the other residents of Nilachal.
and all the other residents of Nilachal.
Now he has decided
So now he has decided
to travel and visit the Tirthas,
to travel and visit all the Tirthas,
holy places of pilgrimage
the holy places of pilgrimage
in South India.
in southern India.
সার্বভৌম গৃহে গমন নমস্করি সার্বভৌম আসন নিবেদিল সবাকারে মিলি তবে আসনে বসিল
As soon as they entered his house, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya offered the Lord obeisances and a place to sit. After seating all the others, the Bhattacharya took his seat.
It was following the etiquette.
He was following the etiquette
So that everybody was seated.
to see that everybody is seated.
Then he personally sat.
Then he personally sat.
ভট্টাচার্যের নিকট বিদায় আজ্ঞা নানা কৃষ্ণ বার্তা প্রভু কহিল তাহারে তোমার ঠাঞ্জি আইলাম আজ্ঞা মাগিবারে
After they had discussed various topics about Lord Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu informed Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, I have come to your place just to receive your order.
বিশ্বরূপ অন্বেষণের ছয় সন্ন্যাস করি বিশ্বরূপ দিয়াছে দক্ষিণে অবশ্য করিব আমি পারো অন্বেষণে
My elder brother Vishwarup has taken sannyas and gone to South India. Now I must go search for him.
আজ্ঞা দেহ অবশ্য আমি দক্ষিণে চলিব, তোমার আজ্ঞাতে শুভে লেউটি আসিব।
Please permit me to go, for I must to South India. With your permission, I shall soon return very happily.
ভট্টাচার্যের বিরহ শুনি সার্বভৌম হইলা অত্যন্ত কাতর, চরণে ধরিয়া কহে বিশদ উত্তর।
Upon hearing this, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya became very much agitated. Catching hold of the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave this sorrowful reply.
বহু জন্মের পুণ্য ফলে পাই তোমার সঙ্গ, হেন সঙ্গ বিধি মোর করিলে ভঙ্গ।
After many births, due to some pious activity, I got your association. Now Providence is breaking this invaluable association.
শিরে বজ্র পড়ে যদি পুত্র মরি যায়, তাহা সহি তোমার বিচ্ছেদ সহন না যায়।
If a thunderbolt falls on my head, or if my son dies, I can tolerate it, but I cannot endure the unhappiness of separation from you.
So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya
So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya
is expressing
is expressing
the intolerability of Lord Chaitanya's separation.
the intolerability of Lord Chaitanya's separation.
So he's requesting Lord Chaitanya
So he is requesting Lord Chaitanya
not to put him in this separation.
not to put him in this separation. Murari Gupta Paksha 3.13.20. Hearing this, Sarvabhauma grasped Sri Krishna's feet and weeping, exclaimed, O mighty armed Lord, why rather has a bolt of lightning not fallen on my head? Prabhu, how can I maintain my life force in separation from your lotus feet? Now that you have captured my heart, is it befitting for you to travel here and there? Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya 12.96. Sarvabhauma, seeing the Lord depart, in lamentation spoke pitifully. O Lord, why are you leaving so quickly, making me burn in great sorrow? O Lord, why do I not lament for a son? Why do I not give up my body? Having seen your lotus feet, I cannot tolerate separation from you.
So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya
So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is explaining
how seeing the Lord is the greatest happiness,
how seeing the Lord is the greatest happiness,
and how separation from the Lord is the greatest suffering.
and how the separation from the Lord is the greatest suffering.
কয়েকদিন অপেক্ষার জন্য প্রভুকে অনুরোধ, স্বতন্ত্র ঈশ্বর তুমি করিবে গমন, দিন কত রহ দেখি তোমার চরণ।
My dear Lord, you are the independent Supreme Personality of Godhead. Certainly you will depart. I know that. Still, I ask you to stay here a few days more, so that I can see your lotus feet.
প্রভুর সম্মতি, তাহার বিনয়ে প্রভুর শিথিল হইল মন, রহিল দিবস কত না কইল গমন।
Upon hearing Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's request, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relented. He stayed a few days longer and did not depart.
Just that Lord Krishna,
Just like Lord Krishna,
he heard various prayers of the Hastinapur Vasis,
he heard various prayers of the Hastinapur Vasis,
but he was still about to depart.
but he was still about to depart.
And then Yudhishthira Maharaj,
And then Yudhishthir Maharaj,
with tears in his eyes,
he had tears in his eyes.
he begged Lord Krishna,
With tears in his eyes, he begged Lord Krishna,
please stay a few days
please stay a few days
longer.
longer.
So the independent Lord
So the independent Lord,
of His causeless mercy,
with his causeless mercy,
He decided to stay.
he decided to stay.
ভট্টাচার্যের প্রভুকে নিমন্ত্রণ তৎগৃহিণীর রন্ধন। ভট্টাচার্য আগ্রহ করি করেন নিমন্ত্রণ, গৃহে পাক করি প্রভুকে করানো ভোজন।
The Bhattacharya eagerly invited Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home and fed him very nicely.
আহার ব্রাহ্মণী তার নাম, ষষ্ঠীর মাতা, রান্ধি ভিক্ষা দেন দেহ, আশ্চর্যতার কথা।
The Bhattacharya's wife, whose name was Sati Mata, the mother of Sati, did the cooking. The narrations of these pastimes are very wonderful.
আগে কহিব তাহা করিয়া বিস্তার, এবে কহি প্রভুর দক্ষিণ যাত্রা সমাচার।
Later, I shall tell about this in elaborate detail, but at present, I wish to describe Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's South India tour.
When Lord Chaitanya came back
When Lord Chaitanya come back
to
Jagannath Puri,
at that time,
Krishnadas Kaviraj
will describe the various pastimes of the Lord,
will describe the various pastimes of the Lord,
visiting the homes of different devotees
visiting the homes of different devotees,
and taking prasadam there.
and taking prasadam there.
Now, the author wants to describe Lord Chaitanya
For now, the author want to describe about Lord Chaitanya
on a South Indian tour.
going on South India tour. Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya 12.98. Where are you going? By which path are you going? How can you endure the difficulties on the road? O merciful Lord, if you go, then travel by the bank of the Godavari river. At that place lives one great soul, a mad bee, at the lotus feet of Krishna, named Ramananda, the son of Bhavananda. Do not reject him as a materialist. Murarigupta Kacha. Hearing this, Gaurakesh laughed merrily and, capturing Sarvabhauma's hand in his own, replied, I shall return before long. Speaking thus, Sri Chaitanya, the embodiment of compassion, who is very wise in comforting the distressed heart, warmly embraced Sarvabhauma and pacified his heart by his loving and personal mood.
One of Krishna's names is Rashikashekara.
One of Krishna's name is Rashika Shekara.
He knows how to exchange mellows,
He knows how to exchange
loving mellows, with his devotees.
with his loving mellows with his devotees.
So, in this way,
So in this way,
he was exchanging the
loving mellows with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya.
5 দিন পরে পুনরায় বিদায় আজ্ঞা। দিন 5 রহি প্রভু ভট্টাচার্য স্থানে, চলিবার লাগিয়া আজ্ঞা মাগিলা আপনে।
After staying 5 days at the home of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally asked his permission to depart for South India. So Lord Chaitanya had stayed 5 days, longer than expected,
at the house of Sarvabhauma.
at the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya.
But now
he was asking permission to leave.
ভট্টাচার্যের সম্মতি। প্রভুর আগ্রহে ভট্ট সম্মত হইলা, প্রভু তারে লইয়া জগন্নাথ মন্দিরে গেলা।
After receiving the Bhattacharya's permission, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to see Lord Jagannath in the temple. He took the Bhattacharya with him.
জগন্নাথ মন্দিরে গিয়া প্রভুর তৎসমীপে আজ্ঞা যাত্রা ও মালা প্রসাদ প্রাপ্তির পর মন্দির প্রদক্ষিণ পূর্বক যাত্রা দর্শন করি ঠাকুর পাশ আজ্ঞা মাগিলা পূজারি মালা প্রসাদ প্রভুরে আনি দিলা।
Seeing Lord Jagannath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also begged his permission. The priest then immediately delivered prasadam and a garland to Lord Chaitanya.
আজ্ঞামালা পাইয়া হর্ষে নমস্কার করি আনন্দে দক্ষিণ দেশে চলে গৌর হরি।
Thus, receiving Lord Jagannath's permission in the form of a garland, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered obeisances and then, in great jubilation, he prepared to depart for South India. So, receiving a prasadam garland from Lord Jagannath is considered as a blessing, permission for the Lord to leave to South India.
ভট্টাচার্য সঙ্গে আর যত নিজগণ জগন্নাথ প্রদক্ষিণ করিলা গমন।
Accompanied by his personal associates and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu circumambulated the altar of Jagannath. The Lord then departed on his South Indian tour. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka. The king, struck with wonder, Bhattacharya, if what you say is true, why did you not try to keep him here? Bhattacharya. O king, when he knits his brow, Brahma and the other demigods tremble in fear. Unless he grants his mercy, he will not submit to the control of anyone else. How many times did I not pray to him? How many times did I not beg him with faltering words? How many times did I not speak fearsome threats of suicide? How many times did I not grasp his feet and cry? Still he went. For very exalted persons, mercy and cruelty are the same thing. King, with eagerness, will he ever come here again? Bhattacharya. Yes, his friends are here.
So
King
Prataprudra
wanted to know whether Lord Chaitanya will be back.
I say Lord Chaitanya remains about 18 years in Jagannath-puri.
Lord Chaitanya remained 18 years in Jagannath Puri.
So King Prataprudra has plenty of opportunity
So King Prataprudra has plenty of opportunity
to associate with the Lord. But we'll hear about that later.
But we will hear about that later.
It's not so easy for the king.
It's not so easy for the king.
So we see
how
the different pastimes of Lord Chaitanya unfold.
How the different pastimes of Lord Chaitanya unfold.
And in this pastime,
how in this pastime
we have Chaitanya Charitamrita,
we have Chaitanya Charitamrita,
Chaitanya, we have the Murari Kocha,
we have Murari Gupta Kocha,
we have the Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka,
we have the Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka,
and various other books. So they all help give different details. Now we get the picture how Lord Chaitanya left. After circumambulating Lord Jagannath
and and taking one devotee as an assistant.
Kala Krishna Das.
Kala Krishna Das.
Haribol.
Haribol. Thus end the chapter entitled Lord Chaitanya agrees to take one assistant and starts for South India.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.